So here in Middle Tennessee, we do have concern with strong storms, tornadoes, and so one thing we offer here at StoltzCo is storm shelters. So with me today, I have Will and Colby, and we're going to talk to you guys about some of the details, how we build these storm shelters. And so Will, can you explain the construction of the storm shelter? Let's walk in here and look at this actual wall assembly here. So in this specific storm shelter that we have in our office, we have a brick facade, which looks great. And we have the block, we've got a 2x4 in here, and then drywall. So these buildings can be used for many different applications. It could be a closet, it could be a bathroom, any different, a pantry, sure. So Will, tell us what we're actually doing in the construction of these to make them storm shelters.
So this one is an 8-inch CMU block, and this is filled with 4,000 PSI concrete. There's number 4 rebar on a 2-foot grid in here as well. And that goes up through the block in and crosses over the ceiling.
So it ties in,
grid. It all tied in,
right?
All the rebar is tied together.
Does the rebar go down into, what does the footing look like in this as well? Is this rebar tying into the footing?
The rebar ties into the footing as well. Yeah, so it goes into the footer. And we've got 6 inches of concrete in the ceiling, which again adds
it's all tied in together.
It's all one pour. So you pour the ceiling, it flows down to the block, all one pour, which is actually really important. Then we've got the 22 gauge metal decking up here. We've got the 4x4 steel beams, which honestly is probably a little overkill on the ceiling, but we're gonna make sure that whatever comes down the ceiling is gonna be fine.
Well, this could also be a commercial application. I know sometimes if it's a commercial storm shelter, we'll go bigger on the block. Right?
Yeah.
We'll do maybe a 12-inch block.
So yeah, we can also do 12-inch block, which we've done before. 12-inch block, core fill, just a bigger, wider block and a wider wall. Like Malin mentioned, you can do a brick face, which adds more stability as well.
Which could be really any siding. I mean, this could be an exterior wall. In some of our buildings that you've seen, some of the horse barns that we've shown, the exterior, this is an exterior wall, and we'll put a 2x4 treated on here. On the outside of that will be the metal siding on that. So I mean, it could be any siding, really. So this could be in the interior room of a house, like a pantry, or it can be kind of in the corner of a barn or a house. And so it can be used in many different locations. Colby, can you tell us some of the ratings that we're shooting for and that we get with these storm shelters?
Yeah, the big one is the FEMA P361. That's one of the more robust ratings, and we're actually surpassing it with just the 8-inch block.
And that's the residential kind of version of this, right?
Kind of our baseline standard. We used to do a 4-inch on the ceiling, but we have since bumped it to a 6. And that really ties it all in together.
Also note, in this particular storm shelter, we don't have a storm door yet. We didn't one. But we'll show you some storm shelter doors that we also provide. And those are also rated for those EF5s, with that same rating. So the whole storm shelter with the door included is rated for EF5. And of course, those storm doors are swinging in case there's debris on the outside. If it's an outswing door, that would never work. So all of that is taken into consideration. It's an in-swing door. It's rated for tornadoes. We've got a solid shell that really in a house, you never know it's a storm shelter because of the way we finish it out with drywall. You can have any interior sheathing in here. It just looks like a normal pantry, per se, if it's attached to the kitchen. So all of that's great information. So if you have any questions, let us know. We'd be happy to answer them. Feel free to give us a call, drop some comments, we'll get back to you. But thanks for watching.